The junior class does it again. See how some juniors are bringing hope for all of us during this quarantine. Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexander Gonzalez, and we're bringing you a new episode of WBLN. With the COVID-19 pandemic still raging on, we often find ourselves glued to our screens. Recently, a Belen student has used video games to help raise money for the front lines. Manny Rodriguez has the story.
During quarantine, many students have turned to video games as a hobby and a way to stay connected to their friends. A few Belen juniors saw this as a perfect opportunity to help the effort against COVID-19. This past weekend, the first ever Games Against COVID video game tournament took place.
Games Against COVID, it came out of an idea from when the coronavirus kind of locked us into our homes of sorts. I started figuring out that I was going back to my Xbox a lot more than I used to, and going back to my Switch a lot more than I used to. And I'm like, hey, I can't be the only one that's doing this. Multiple people have to be doing the same thing I am, are in the same predicament I am.
Idea of having some sort of video game tournament fundraiser to raise money for people battling COVID-19, such as our hospital workers and our nursing homes that are suffering and they don't necessarily have the supplies or the money to combat this virus.
Games Against COVID is a video game tournament. It's an online video game tournament where you can stay at your house and compete against other people from other schools of all ages. It's open to everyone.
I hope our community can get as involved as they can. I hope
also a celebration of gaming that can go to a great cause to help the front lines during the coronavirus pandemic. So yeah.
The first weekend of the event was an initial success, and the team hopes to expand from here. This coming weekend, the event will return with Minecraft Hunger Games, NBA 2K20, and Call of Duty Warzone. For more information and how to sign up, visit gamesagainstcovid.org.
Thank you, Manny. Most of you may have not caught this, but two juniors, including our very own Manny Rodriguez, released a video giving a little hope to everyone during this pandemic. Marco Arizosa has more.
Although this pandemic has mostly negative effects, it has given students creative ideas to inspire people to learn and help the world overcome disastrous COVID-19. Two Belen juniors, Manny Rodriguez Lapido and Ricardo Blanco, created a video that included different members of the community sharing messages of hope for all.
The reason that we wanted to make it was because, I feel like there's before Corona specifically and in the early stages, there's always been a lack of positive stuff, genuinely positive stuff on social media and on the internet and stuff. So I think the video was really a brainchild of us wanting to brighten people's day. And I think the virus kind of gave us an opportunity to, provide a message like that using it.
Both me and Manny saw what was going on, and we kind of saw the opportunity to do something to bring people together. And we also noticed that it's been in society the toughest times that unite society together. And we saw that the environment that we had pre-corona was very polarized. And through corona, it didn't matter where you were from or how much money you made or any of that. Everyone was going through the same thing. Everyone was stuck at home without in this new normal, I guess. And that's the opportunity that we saw to bring people together.
Dr. Zuleika Levano is a proud Belen mom. She is also working on the front lines as an anesthesiologist. Thank you for being our hero.
Dr. Renee Loyola is a general health surgeon and is a member of the class of 1965. Thank you for being our hero.
Hello there. Our sports coverage today features some hot topics. And right now I'm joined by Isaiah Fuller and Nick Diaz. Last week in a press conference, Ron DeSantis said that professional sports play in Florida. Nick, what are your thoughts on this issue?
I think this is a great move by Governor Ron DeSantis. I think that we need the joy and thrill that sports gave us, and with the safe system, I think this can be very possible.
I don't know about that, Nick, man. I can't agree with you on that. This is a really serious issue that we have going on with this coronavirus. Now, there's no clear vaccine and there's no client end that this is going to, stop happening. So I think that it's a threat. It's a safety threat to these players, their families, and their careers.
I think you have to side with the players though. They recently took a poll, the NBA, and I think it was more than 85% of players said that they would like to resume the NBA season. So I think you got to listen to them, and with a safe system put in place, I think you got to listen to the players.
I can't agree with you, man. I can't agree with you.
Yeah, it's definitely a polarizing topic for sure. Not only the state's safety is at risk, but the entire country. But the return of another major sport right now is causing a big threat for the nation. Major League Baseball tensions are rising over pay cuts for players. Should they be justified in playing that they won't play for lower wages, or should they just play for the love of the game? Isaiah, what do you think about this?
Aegon, I gotta take this personal. I just can't see why they can't play without being paid. Number one, they've been playing this since they were young. They've been playing this. Some of them have been playing this since they were 4 years old. Little league and all that. Through time, they've been playing it through love and through passion. It should make no difference now that they're checked for it.
I think it's super justified in what they're saying. It recently came out that the paychecks will be cut as much as 5 times. So a $35 million contract would be annually like $7 million or around there. And I think it's super justified because you go out there every day and you're going out there with more risk. And I mean, you are getting paid for it. So I think it's super justified what they're saying.
I don't know, Nick. I can't agree with you. I really can't agree with you. You've been doing this all your life. That's one. And two, baseball is one of the highest paid sports in the world. So I don't see why they can't take some of this time off without getting paid to just play it, just play it for love, just because they love it.
Isaiah, but as an athlete, you grow up for the love of the game, but your dream is to get to the big league so you can get paid for what you're doing. That's the dream. And you're going to tell me that you're going to go out for more risk and you're not going to get paid? I think that's unacceptable. I think they should get paid as much as they are right now.
I don't know, man. I can't agree with you. I really can't agree with you. You got to do it for the love. You got to do it for the love. If you do it for the money, then you don't have true love for the sport, and that means that you don't deep down you really don't want to play it. You just want money. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's definitely, there's no clear answer to it. So that's going to wrap up our show for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to stay safe and stay golden, Wolverines.